Is eating bread bad for you, and will it cause you to gain weight? And is there a difference between white bread and brown bread? Well, let's talk about that. Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Aaron from AMFIT Coaching, and today we're going over everything bread. We're going to cover the difference between white bread and brown bread, and will bread actually cause you to gain weight, and what's actually happening if someone does lose weight when they eliminate bread. And if you are new to this channel and new to my videos, my name's Aaron. I'm an online fat loss coach, and I put out one of these videos a week, and in the future I am planning on getting 2 videos a week in. So if you want to keep getting updated for new videos like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. So with that out of the way, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and let's get into the difference between white bread and brown bread. So one of the common things I hear is that people will say that you shouldn't eat white bread and that you should eat brown bread instead. And one is inherently a lot worse, or one is really bad compared to the other one. But let's look at the cold hard numbers, and in this case, the actual nutrition facts of an average slice of white bread and an average slice of brown bread. So I'm gonna put the facts right on the screen. And as we can see, from a calorie, carbohydrate, and protein standpoint, they're very, very similar. And the only difference is fairly marginal. It's around 1 gram or 2 grams of protein and carbs. And the fiber content of the whole wheat bread is slightly bigger, but it's nothing significant. That 1 or 2 grams of fiber is not going to make or break your diet, or be the reason that you can actually lose weight, or actually be the reason that you gain weight. So I wouldn't really be concerned about what type of bread you're eating. In a calorie standpoint, there's a 5-calorie difference, which in the grand scheme of things is extremely small. So I would recommend choosing the one that you prefer and the one you would rather eat, and don't say necessarily that one is bad compared to the other, but if you eat too much of something, then yes, it could be a little worse. So I know that's probably not what everybody wants to hear. They'd probably want to hear that white bread is evil or something and brown bread is the best, but really it doesn't really matter. If all of your fiber intake is coming from your bread, then you may be at a spot where you need to reevaluate your nutritional choices and where you're actually getting the fiber in your diet. So pick the one that you like the most. So why do people think that bread causes them to gain weight? The majority of it is because that bread is a good carb source. And if you watched my fitness myths video, which I'm gonna link up here, or I think it's on this side, you'll know that carbs are not the reason that you gain weight. Carbs do not drive weight gain or weight loss. The thing that drives those processes is a caloric surplus or a caloric deficit. So having more energy or less energy than what your body needs. So eating bread will not be the reason that you gain weight. Eating more bread is a really hard thing to do. So if you were to be in a surplus of calories and gain 1 pound, you would need to eat an extra of approximately 3,500 calories, which is a lot of bread. And if we go by the average of 1 slice of bread, which is approximately 70 calories, that comes out to about 50 slices of bread. So if you were to gain 1 pound from only eating bread, you would need to eat 50 slices of bread, which would be like, if you're eating it Monday through Friday, that would be 10 slices of bread a day, or 5 sandwiches a day, which is a little ridiculous, which is crazy. No one is eating that much bread. And if you are eating that much bread and gaining weight because of that bread, then you are at a point, as I mentioned earlier with the white versus brown bread, where you may need to reevaluate some of your nutritional decisions and where your actual food is coming from. If all you're eating is bread, then of course you could potentially be in a caloric surplus, and it's going to be hard to be in a deficit and actually feel full and lose weight. So if you are eating that many slices of bread a week, then you may need to kind of step back and actually look at your diet as a whole and not just that one food in particular. And if you do want to learn how to calculate your weight loss calories and some weight loss macros, I will link the videos down in the description below. So if you want to learn about those to set up your diet for yourself, then check those out. So let's get comfortable for the next topic, and that's why people will usually lose weight when they do eliminate bread. Now, if someone eliminates bread, it's not the actual taking out the bread that is causing them to lose weight. As I mentioned earlier, bread will not make you gain weight. It's just one food item, and what it comes down to is eating too many calories or eating too much food that will cause you to gain weight and make losing weight harder. So what usually happens when someone takes out an item like bread is that, number one, they're either eating less food, and number two, they're probably making some better decisions with their meals. For example, if you were eating a lot of bread before, and let's say you were eating like a sandwich every day and some like bread with your dinner, and now you've taken that out, so for your lunch, you're probably eating something a little more filling. You're probably eating something with a little more nutritional value. And for dinner, you've also taken away an item that you usually eat. So as a whole, you're eating less calories and you're making better food decisions. So you're making foods that will fill you up more, and you're preventing yourself from overeating. So in a way, the removal of bread did help you lose weight, but it was the reduction of calories and the improvement of your eating habits and eating choices that allowed you to lose that weight. So oftentimes, it's not one food in particular that's causing you to gain weight or preventing you from losing weight. It comes down to what you're making your meals out of, how full are you after your meals, and are you actually eating a well-rounded diet? As I mentioned in the second topic, if all you're eating is bread and gaining some weight, then you probably have more things to look at than just the bread. So if someone does lose weight by taking out bread, it wasn't necessarily the bread that was preventing them from losing weight. It was the improvement of their overall eating decisions and eating habits that allowed them to lose weight by reducing some of the foods they were overeating. Is bread bad for you, and will it cause you to gain weight? Hopefully at this point in the video, you'll understand that no. Bread is perfectly fine. It will not make you gain weight. It won't prevent you from losing weight either. And why people lose weight when they take out bread is just an overall reduction of calories, or they're actually being more mindful of what they're making up their meals with. So if someone tells you to take out bread if you want to lose weight, don't listen to them. You can include it in your diet. What it comes down to is being in a caloric deficit. If you want, check out my weight loss fundamentals video that I did a couple weeks ago, and I break down the 4 things that actually make up a successful diet plan. And that is one of them, is ensuring you are in a caloric deficit. So if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see any more topics around what I talked about today, make sure to leave a comment down below and let me know what you might be interested in seeing. So thanks for watching. Go eat your bread. You'll be perfectly fine. Appreciate all of you, and I'll see you guys next time.